Here we go. It is Thursday night live. This is just kind of an anomalous night for us, I guess, here at Ray of Light Tarot, because usually it's Wednesday night live, right? Or Sunday night live, or even Friday night live. But Thursday is not a common night for me to be live here with you guys doing mini readings. But I am here this Thursday, and I'm looking forward to being with you guys tonight. We're going to have just a nice little time hanging out, being friends, making nice. So come on in and make nice with me. Come on in and make nice. Let's hang out. I've got some lists opened up for some mini readings, and I'm looking forward to that. It may not be a long time, but it's going to be a good time. Malia, what's up? Hello. Where are my glasses? Athena, oh, they're on my head. Good to know. Athena, welcome. Yeah, so I've got a little list I am working from, and I'm very happy to do that. Julene, you're at the top of the list. I'm glad you're here so quick, so we'll get started with you. Just so everyone knows who I've got, I don't know if Joni's going to be here or not, but she had a reading for someone else, actually, but I just put her in on the list in case. So it's you and Joan. And then I've got Greta, Stacy, Stephanie R, Greta, Stacy L, Stephanie R, Jeanette M, Sandra M, and Malia D. That's who's on the list for tonight. So just clicked on you and football. Ooh, who's playing tonight? Is there a college football game tonight? I'm so goofy, right? I did the same thing, trust me. Hey, Madison, what's up? Happy Thursday, guys. Letty Boo, Stacy, Athena. Glad you guys are here. I'm really glad. Okay, so hang out with me, hit the like button, and let's all just have a good time. Let's like each other. Madison, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 on the list. Right now, there's 6 on the list. Yeah, the list is open, guys. Tonight, my payment request is $23.23. Why? I don't know. Just go with it, because that's what it was last night. Sometimes it's 22, sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 25. I just switch it around, but tonight it's 23. So if you would like to get added to the list, it's 23. You are actually first. So go ahead, my dear. What's your question? And go ahead and type your question while I say an intention for us all. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for being my guides, my help in times of curiosity and need. Thank you, archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. And thank you for being my pillars, my cornerstones, and for helping me connect. Thank you, Nana Renan. Thank you, Spirit Team, helping me connect tonight, getting the clear and direct messages that are available to those who are in need and inquiring for help. Okay, so Julene K. Yeah, Wendy, the list is open. Go ahead. You can use the PayPal. I'm not doing PayPal now that we're live. That's open when I'm not live, but once I'm live, I close that off. You can send it via Cash App, which is $ Ray of Light Tarot, $ Ray of Light Tarot. I got my silver in my hair tonight, y'all. Talking about some silver. We're talking about silver up in here. Okay, Madison, let me add you to the list, my dear. Julene, where's your question, my girl? Did you put it up there yet? There it is. Okay. Okay. Yes, you did, Jeanette. You are on the list. Everybody who sent payment earlier, I just read your name off the list. You are on the list. Don't worry. It's all good. You can join the list if you would like. To get on the list, you have to send a payment of $23.23 to the Cash App, which is $ Ray of Light Tarot, $ Ray of Light Tarot. Julie needs to know about Keegan. What's going on, and is he going to be okay? Julie needs to know about Keegan, guys. Thank you. So, guys, just a heads up, my AC, I don't know what's up. I just, 30 minutes before it was time to come on here, I realized, ooh, I'm getting kind of hot. And because I was cold earlier, and I put on my, this is like a gray thermal. And I was like, maybe I'm getting a little hot. And I went and looked, the AC is not working. The thermostat says it's 80 degrees in here. So I just went, I didn't have time to look at it or mess with it or reset it. Because it's like a Train 2020 thermostat. It's a pretty new thermostat. So I just went and got a fan. So I have a little area fan blowing on me. So I know, well, it is kind of a no-no because when I do readings, sometimes I get a hot flash when I'm getting a message. So this could be a disaster in the making. We'll see. You're all going to get to witness it if so. but I'm sure everything will happen exactly as it's supposed to. What does Julene need to know about Keegan? What's the energy there? Thank you. And I mean exactly. Whatever situation Keegan is going into, it's not going to be the same as it was before. I don't know what the situation was before with Keegan and his mother, Julene, but the death card is here for recent past to now. So that situation, the way it was before, is done. It's not going to be like that anymore, okay? So that's a good sign. The Four of Pentacles does say that there's a lot of baggage in this situation, whatever the situation is here. There's a lot of baggage. And that's why this, I think you asked, like, why is he back in this situation? Whatever the situation with his mother or whatever, it's because there's baggage that needs to be dealt with. Spirit wants some things that are buried to come up to the surface and be addressed, be dealt with for release, for healing, all that stuff. The Hangman is in reverse. So whatever wasn't happening, whatever wasn't moving forward is now moving forward. The Hangman's in reverse now, and also the Eight of Cups in the near future. So I don't know that he's going to be in that situation for long. But what I get a sense about is that there's some kind of, like I said, some things that need to be dealt with and addressed that are coming up. And then I think the situation may actually change for the better. He may not even be in the living situation he's in at all in the next few months. This may be a very, I don't care if people are saying, oh, this is permanent. It may end up being a very temporary thing, or at least shuffling. Like he's not going to be stuck in a situation that's dangerous or unsafe or unpleasant. It feels like it's going to shift around. So I'm worried about alcohol, drugs with my daughter. Hold on one second. I don't think that's a concern. I really don't, because with that Eight of Cups especially, I think the Eight of Cups is telling me there's two possible outcomes here. Either that is Keegan moving away from that situation, which is fine if he needs to, or it could be your daughter moving away from any temptations, alcohol, drugs. She could be moving away from, that could be her also moving away. I'm not really sure. There is not going to be a new beginning though yet. So there's a lot of healing that has not taken place yet. The Ace of Wands is in reverse, as is the Three of Swords. So the healing's trying to happen. It hasn't happened yet, but there's not a new beginning there yet. That somebody hasn't taken a leap, hasn't really allowed the healing that needs to come in, and I think it's Keegan. I think there's a lack of trust there, probably. There's love, but not a lot of trust. So someone's looking to be maybe kind of like looking to see what happens. Too much baggage that has to be dealt with. It just has to be. But I get a good sense with the Death card and that Eight of Cups that whatever was going on in the past in this connection will not be happening in the near future. And if it does, it's going to be ending really quickly. So I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, I know it's easy for me to tell you that, but I really mean that. I don't think you need to worry. So if you can trust me on that, it'll be okay. Like, I would say try not to worry too much. Hey, we share a birthday with the Virgin Mary as well. Did you know that? September 8th. September 8th. Actually, if you look in the description of this video, beneath this where I'm talking, click the little arrow on the right, that little triangle arrow, and look in the description of the video, and it'll tell you exactly how to purchase 30-minute and 1-hour readings, and where to purchase them, and what to do, and all that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you need to worry. I understand why you do, but I really don't think you need to. I think he's going to be just fine. And remember, he was brought back into this situation for a reason, and it's going to be very different than it was in the past. Someone's going to change. They may not have fully changed yet, but they will. So it needs to happen this way. So that's not bad at all. I don't know that, I didn't see Joan, so I don't think Joan is here. So we will go right on to Greta. My Greta. I sent money for a mini reading. Yes, everyone who sent money for a reading is on the list. I've got Greta, Stacy L, Stephanie R, Jeanette M, Sandra M, Malia D, and Madison. If you sent money since I've come live, I don't have you on the list. I will be adding you once I get to the bottom of those names, once I check my notifications. And just anyone we can't get to, I apologize. I can either push it over to tomorrow night or refund you at the end if we can't get to you. All right. Go ahead, Greta. What is your question, Greta? Guys, I've got Greta, Stacy L, Stephanie R, and Jeanette. All 4 of you guys, please have your questions ready to hit send the minute I call on you, because we don't like to have this space time right here like what we're doing. This is what kills us every time and puts us on here too long and runs the battery down. So let's have Greta, Stacy L, Stephanie R, and Jeanette. Guys, all have your questions ready for me the minute I call on you, please. And we'll get this train chugging along. In fact, at this point, if any one of you 4 want to put your question up, I will start with whoever puts their question up first. Just throw it up there. Any of y'all, come on. Stephanie, thank you. May I please get a general love reading? You certainly may, Stephanie. All right. What does Stephanie need to know in love? This is for Stephanie Roberts, guys. What does she need to know about love, current and near future? Yeah. Yep. Whenever it's your birthday month, it's $25 off your reading. For a 30-minute or 1 hour. Strong Taurus energy as well as Sagittarian energy in your mix here. There's Taurus energy and Sagittarius. Feels like strong male Taurus energy, strong male Sagittarius energy. The World card tells me, and the Judgment card tells me there's a strong spiritual connection here that has caused, this is from your past, caused like a real strong awakening for you, but it also led you to feeling really stuck. So obviously it didn't go too well because it led to the 8 of Swords. However, your current energy says you're doing the right things as far as trying to find balance. Keep trying to find balance, even because I was talking about this last night, mind, body, spirit, they all connect. They're all connected. They all do connect, and one flows to the other. So if you're focusing on, getting your financial life in order, right? That's going to flow into your other stuff too. So if you're having trouble in one sector of your life, focus on the sector that you're not having trouble with and on perfecting that. That feels really good and it helps it flow to the others. There is something good coming in, and the Hierophant assures you that it's all sort of happening the way it's supposed to, even when it doesn't feel like it is. It really is. And it's not because like, oh, destiny's in charge. It's more because no matter what happens, we came to do what we're doing. Like, folly and all. It's all part of the expansion and the bringing it back to source. Like on the if we're talking in the macro and not in the micro details, the big brush strokes, we came here to make mistakes, to learn, to do all those things. So it may not be in the details that, oh, you were meant to F this up with this partner and take 20 years to actually come together with somebody that you could have gotten together with 10 years ago. No, of course that doesn't mean it was meant to be that way. But it's okay if it is, because when we leave the body, we understand how really meaningless in a lot of ways all the things we make such a big deal about in the body are, because all of those things exist still outside of the body. People think like, oh my God, my soulmate died, it's done. No, this never was the end all be all. This plane that we're expanding on is not the end all be all. And that connection is even stronger outside of the body, guys. So yes, it's happening the way it's supposed to. No, it may not be the way you wished it would have or whatever, but it always works out fine. Everything's good. You've got something major, big, connected. They've come into your... So when we look at the Hierophant and we say, yes, it's happening the way it's supposed to, what I'm saying is that, what I just explained, but also there's a major connection that's already established here that's coming in, that's coming in strong. And what you're being called to do, you've got the Judgment card foundation with the 8 of Swords crowning. You've got to free yourself from this sort of bonded energy. I think you may need to do I think there's some problem with the releasing though. I think you may need to continue. A friend of mine and a client is doing a releasing exercise or a cord cutting every full moon for like the next year. You might want to consider something like that. Just continue the cord cutting. It's not to try to break the connection with a twin soul, because you really can't. but it's more to free yourself and them up to get things done that you want to do, and also you're also freeing them, right? So that if they're not ready to come to you, then they're gonna, that allows them to stop feeling that pain of it, right? They don't have to be in that frustration. When you do those cord cutting and stuff, it also frees the other person a lot, and it allows them to get into a higher vibration and not be worrying about you just like you're not worrying about them. So that's good. It's all healthy. There is some tough stuff here still. You've got the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. So I think it's great you're raising the vibration. That's the right thing. This is meant to be in separation. When you see Temperance, it's like I said, it's meant to be. But to keep this going and to allow this world energy to come in after that 10 of Wands, what you want to do is, I get the sense that's for you to really continue that on a regular basis. Just that being unbound, sort of that intention setting of being unbound, that, how do I share this? For me, I didn't do a cord cutting like that recently, but what I did is just came to a place where I'll say that stuff about not being bound to anyone or anything, and how it's so freeing because it allows me to view my twin soul in such a beautiful way. And the way I view my twin soul is, I'm very grateful for that person. I'm grateful for the love we share that's very unconditional and very unique and unlike any other love that I share with anyone else on the planet. But it also doesn't have resentments and expectations attached to it, because I expect nothing from that person except what already is, which is an unconditional love that's beautiful. It has nothing to do with the restraints of the human coil. You know what I mean? And so I think it's great to get to that place with that person where you can feel that it's just a beautiful thing and nothing more, nothing less. And it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing in your human daily life in the flesh, right? And some people can't do that. That's too painful for them, but that could be because it's more of an addictive relationship or a dysfunctional relationship than a healthy one. And we all have those, and we all have to heal those. Spirit will work it out for you, though, and you're doing a lot of good things, especially with that Judgment card right in your foundation. That's good. So you're doing well. I like the 6 of Pentacles for you also, but I would definitely continue with the cord cutting on a regular. Again, don't look at it like you're trying to cut someone loose so that they're not a part of you. They're always a part of you. But it's cutting loose attachments to outcomes and to expectation, that type of thing. That's what the cutting loose is for. But it's a beautiful connection. I like it very, very much, Stephanie. Is Stacy L here? Stacy L? Where is Stacy L? I've got Greta, Stacy L, Jeanette. There's Stacy. Okay, I'm going to do Stacy next. So Greta, Jeanette, and Sandra, go ahead and get your questions ready to type up. You're so welcome. I'm wondering about my current relationship. Where it's headed. And you're afraid of heights. Are we going to be okay? Got it. Okay, let's see. I love how you worded that. It's like I'm on a roller coaster, but I'm afraid of heights. Ah! Tripping. Okay. I don't want to use this deck anymore. It's irritating me for some reason. Use this deck. This is the Thelema deck. Oh, we like Thelema. Yeah. Yay, so excited to catch you. Me too, Ambrose. Welcome. All right. Stacy. What's going on with this situation with Stacy's relationship? Why is she going through all this roller coaster ride, and where's it headed? What's the root of the roller coaster ride problem, and where is it headed? Okay. You've got one thing you need to do immediately that you're doing too much of right now is overthinking. Your current energy is the 9 of Swords. This is someone who's, she can't sleep because those swords represent her thoughts. It can also represent, look how it looks like in this deck, see how looks like a notebook pad, like where it's like lines on a notebook pad. You may need to start journaling more. If you're not journaling at all, you may need to start journaling. If you do journal occasionally, you may need to start journaling more, You may even need to start doing creative writing. There's something to do with writing that will really help you, because you've got all these thoughts stuck in your head. And yeah, like if your relationship's like a roller coaster ride, I can understand why, but it's not serving you. Here's the thing, guys. This is what's so important. Overthinking is only serves you in one way. Overthinking is okay if it's leading to some sort of action on your part, decision and action. So, for example, if you've got to like make a big decision, do I take a plea deal or go to trial on something? You might want to spend a weekend overthinking that decision, right? That's logical, and then make the decision. What you're doing here, you're overthinking, but you're overthinking on a hamster wheel, sweetie. It's not taking you anywhere. It's not serving you. So the next question is, why are you doing this to yourself? You know your thinking is not solution based. It's not leading to solutions. So what's the point? You have to think about that. I know it's hard. Like, I get it, but I want you to really think about what I'm saying. Like, it's not solution based thinking. So it's really just harming your spirit. It's harming your spirit, and it's not helping the relationship get any better. So what do you need to do? Write it, get it off, get it out, and start doing something to replace that time that you're losing. And time is money, and time is precious. We can't replace time. We can replace a lot of things, but we can't replace time. You need to replace the time that you're spending overthinking with something really productive and beautiful in your life. Painting, meditating. That's the best. Meditation is never wasted time, guys. Never wasted time. Changes everything for the better. You've got the Two of Cups here. This is a very strong soul connection. I mean, you guys have a reciprocal love that's like, there's no denying this love is strong. Your near future is the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit wants to reward you guys with something solid in the future, but the current energy, I'm sorry to say, it's a hot mess here. Stacy, look, you've got the Devil in your current energy. That Devil energy is not good. Like, the Devil upright is a card you don't want to see describing your relationship. But the good news is you've got a strong Two of Cups. You've got an Ace of Pentacles in the future. So good things coming. But right now, it's just all this messiness. You've got the Ten of Swords right now. You've got the future Six of Swords too. This is good, like the Ace of Pentacles though. So what this says is you're on the way to good things, right? No, it's not. It is no bueno. You're right. It's not good. But you're on the way to good things. The Six of Swords says you're moving into calmer waters. You know, and have you ever been on Splash Mountain in Disney World? Because you said it's like a roller coaster ride. You know how on Splash Mountain, when you make that huge drop where everyone screams and gets splashed, that huge drop on the ride, right after the big drop, you go back into the river and float real slowly, and the music gets really nice, and it's just really pretty, and you just like float to the end. You're moving to the Six of Swords is the part of the ride after the big drop where you just get back and the music starts to play really nice. I think Zippity Doo-Dah plays or something. So you're almost to the Zippity Doo-Dah part. So this is good news. Well, I can tell you, after the big drop, you hear Zippity Doo-Dah or something. It's from Song of the South, that Disney movie that I don't think is for sale anymore because it's got some really strong racial overtones. Anyway, great music from it though. Other than that, it's a cool movie, but I can see why it's not available anymore or played. That song, after the drop, the ride ends nicely. It's a very peaceful little ride on a little raft, you know, in the water. So it's like all of a sudden everything's good again. That's what the Six of Swords feels like. But right now, that doesn't do you a lot of good because you're in such distress here, this thing, that it's hard to see the sort of like the end of the rainbow when you're in this. So you got the Devil, the Ten of Swords, hot messiness, right? Trust that what you need to do is, if this connection has toxicity in it, if one of you, so what I don't know what your partner in this relationship's issues are, but I know if your issue is overthinking and it's this strong and causing you this much distress, they've got a toxic problem as well. Whether it's an addiction or just sometimes substances, it's not addiction, it's just substance abuse. Like sometimes someone just drinks too much, right? That's substance abuse. It doesn't mean they're an addict, right? They can stop, but they need to stop doing it so much because they're abusing something. There's some toxicity here that isn't about you, but it's about your partner. and it's showing up in the connection, and it's causing this roller coaster ride. So your overthinking is not just you, it's the result of their toxicity as well. Whatever it is doesn't really matter. The point is, this energy has to change. You've got to set some real healthy, strong, respectful, loving boundaries in this connection. I know that's easier said than done. I get it. Like, it's easy for me to sit here and tell you to do that, but then not do it in my own relationships. But it really has to happen. Like, we all have to do that to move forward in the way we want. If you really love someone, then that means you should be really loving yourself, and you guys should both really want to set some healthy boundaries to make the relationship work. The roller coaster does not sound like a healthy description for a relationship, right? But it is moving into smoother waters. There is reciprocal, real love, a strong spiritual connection. There's lots of potential here, but I don't see how unless that toxicity is kicked out. So the best advice in a short mini reading that I've already gone too long is to tell you, step one, admit you're powerless. That means overthinking is doing no good. When you admit you are powerless in a situation, whatever the toxicity is something neither one of you has control over. So there's no point to overthinking unless it's about a decision you need to make, and then make the decision, okay? Is Greta ready? Greta or Jeanette? Greta or Jeanette? Do it, Stacy. These things come through accurate because they're not from me. They're coming from a higher source, right? And they're to help you. So source or spirit is using me as a vessel to give you the message that they want you to have. And so I definitely say take it and move and run with it. Okay, what's your question, Jeanette? Go ahead and throw it up. Guys, have your questions ready. Greta, Jeanette, Sandra M. If you guys want to have your questions ready, we'll get you guys taken care of. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is hot as blazes in here, man. I'm telling y'all what. So now, yeah, Greta, Jeanette, Sandra. Greta, Jeanette, or Sandra. Any one of y'all want to throw the question up so we can keep it moving. Sandra, I'd like to know. Thank you. Okay. Financial situation and business for the next year. Financial situation and business for the next year. What does Sandra need to know about her financial situation in the next year's business? Yeah, the how to get a reading, like the 30-minute and 1-hour readings, that's all in the description of this video. For the mini readings, that's done by sending $23.23 to the Cash App, $RayofLightTarot. You want to get added to the mini readings list. But I'm probably about to close it. Can you tell Sandra about her business? Okay. Okay, whatever, if there's something, whether it's a new business or something that you've been considering starting, now is not the time. You've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So now is not the time to start a new venture. I don't know why that is. So when I know my next question will be like, well, why not? Especially if that's what you have your heart set on doing. I get a strong feeling, not a little, it's really not the time. And it may be that things could go okay right now if you were starting something new, but I think that the reason you're being told to wait is because they'll go better, whatever you're thinking of, well, if you have a 10-year business, whatever you're thinking of changing or starting now, wait a little while. The opportunity to change something or start something new is coming up. It's not here right now. It's coming up down the road. So whatever that's about, because there's conflict. You've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Wands. So that's a conflicted energy, like something you've been conflicted about and you're not sure what to do. Right now you're being guided to do nothing. Seek balance in the situation. You've got the Justice card upright in your near future. Things are going to work out well. The Justice card upright is a really good omen. It's a really good sign of like you have good karma coming in or your just rewards. So things are going to work out well. They're going to work out okay. But right now you're kind of in a holding pattern. There's this Temperance card here as well. That to me feels like something business-wise was kind of up and down and not dependable, and then recently it's starting to look like it was, because it's going from Knight of, I hate looking at these cards like this as when I'm trying to translate it to business, but I'm getting from Knight of Wands to the King of Cups. What's happening here is a transition from something feeling a little bit unstable and unreliable to positive, like positive turns, but that's not long term. This is short-term improvements recently. The Temperance card, though, suggests a need to, when we're looking at this from a business standpoint, what it's saying is, because you've got Temperance now and then Justice down the road. I feel the Temperance card, it may be time to trim the fat a little bit in the business, or it kind of was looking like a recent past card. So if you recently did that, like you trimmed the fat in your business a little bit, or sort of cleaned up some things, yeah, this is definitely feeling like separating things. It's like doing weeding in a garden. So I'm not sure what that means for you or your business, but it's recent past and it's still now though. So it's like something that you may have done recently and you may need to do again, or something you may have already started and you just need to continue doing. But I definitely feel with the Justice card that things are, hold on, what are you saying? After 10 years, I suddenly moved location and I immediately noticed. Okay, very interesting. I feel with the Justice card that it is going to be a good outcome, but it feels like it's going to take time, especially, I don't know what this conflict is about. The Five of Wands is not a great card for the current energy, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Something's not getting off the ground here. I don't know. You've had this business for 10 years, so you would have to probably take a little time to let this sink in and figure out what this means for you. But something that you've been wanting to either change or start, or it could be even with an employee or someone, a customer, someone in the business or connected to it. Something is not working out the way you had hoped or getting off the ground like you had hoped it would. There's a lot of conflict attached to it, a lot of uncertainty, and there's some kind of a need to do some trimming of fat. I don't know what that means really. Usually that has to do with weeding people out, but this feels like it's sort of smaller, so it doesn't feel like that's what it's about. It may be about looking at your books and trying to cut out certain things that you don't need to spend on. I'm not really sure what that is. I do know with the Justice card in the near future, it's going to work out okay, but a lot of times with the Justice card, that's good karma. So you also need to be very careful about the decisions you're making and that you're making them from the highest possible perspective, because that's how we store up good karma, is acting in integrity, right? So this is a great card, but it's also a card that requires you to you have to take an active part in this, right? This is salvation, but it's not the free gift of salvation. This is the salvation that you justify through your action, right? It's that type of energy. So just take that for how it resonates for you. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you very much. I get it. I get it. My dad's been an entrepreneur since 1994, and I've seen the ups, the downs, and the all arounds. And it's tough. And nowadays, with any kind of web-based business, you've got large web-based business where you have a large server, you've got cyber warfare and everything else. It's crazy. So, all right. Next is Jeanette. Good luck, Sandra. Jeanette. I think I saw your question up there. Stuart recently contacted me after months of no contact. Would you do a reading on his feelings for me? And does this relationship have a future? Sure. Let's see. Seems like we've done a reading similar to that for you before, haven't we? I don't remember what the outcome was. Maybe the energy has shifted. This person, Jeanette, wants to know what Stuart feels for her and what the future for the relationship is. What's the future for this? Ooh. A lot of strong masculine energy here, but it's kind of confusing me. I like that the star is here. The current energy, the star is coming in. So that's definitely sort of an energy of, it can be a wish coming true. It can also be a big transformation for the relationship. I do feel like for you, that's more about what you're going to be experiencing. In this connection, you're going to be experiencing sort of a starry-eyed hopefulness, which is great. But I don't understand why that would be, because your person, Stuart, is coming out as the Emperor. So that feels like a very stubborn energy for this person. So I don't know how if their energy is very stubborn and they're not making a lot of movement, how you would be feeling very starry about things. They don't seem to match for me for some reason, but that's what it is. The Nine of Cups is here in the recent past. So a wish came true recently in this connection. Something you'd been hoping for or wishing for may have come true, or have the impression that it came true. That came from a lot of soul searching, and the Hermit card is directly related to this. That's Virgo energy. That's the connection to the divine. So what brought about the feeling of a wish coming true was actually not really about the connection. It was the result of a connection to the divine for you, or for Stuart, or for both of you. Either one of you or both of you. So keep that in mind, that whatever is happening or is appearing to happen that's good, it's actually the result of doing solitary work with the divine. And that's where it always, that's sort of the trick, guys. That's where it actually always flows from. So remember that in your hard times. I do see that this person is grown. That may be part of the reason why the feminine looks so happy here. This person has grown from King of Wands to Emperor. That's a big growth. That's a big step. Okay? That's a step. That's growth. That feels good for this person to have made progress. In the near future, you have the Six of Cups. So there's a lot of nostalgia for the connection. The Six of Cups, a lot of times when I do love readings, can represent a connection that's like a past life soulmate. Someone that when you met them, you were like, ooh, I know you. I know you. We've spent a few lifetimes hanging out. That type of energy. So it's really kind of cool that you would feel excited about this person's growth. And there may be some karma that's sort of being worked out here. Like something to do with the work you're putting in spiritually is somehow having a positive impact on this person's growth. So some karmic seesaw or leveling going on. That's interesting to me. I do see the Moon card here in reverse with the Hierophant upright behind it. So I think there's going to be an opportunity for a new beginning here. And you're going to start to know what this, I think that's why you're going to be very happy, because this person's Stuart is going to, in the near future, or even maybe a little bit right now, but expressing to you what they feel, because the Moon's in reverse, not so much things being hidden anymore, but more of a sort of, this is what it is, this is what I want. And then look behind that, you've got the Ace of Cups. That's a new beginning in love being offered to you from Source. So a lot of good energy here. It's got to run its course, but stay focused on the thing that brings the two of you these good things. And what it is your connection to Source, the time you spend in solitude and in contemplation and prayer, meditation. Those are the things that work. And so don't forget that, okay? I would say really remember that, all right? Is Greta here? The person who comes up on my, I know they sent a Greta. The person, it came in as Greta. You were top of my list tonight because you sent your payment earlier when I came on. Are you here, Greta? Ms. Greta? I know your name on here is something else, like Royal something. Ms. Greta? I don't know if she's here or not. Anyway, I don't think so. You're welcome. Yep, the list is open, Cash App, and I'll be adding to the list after I finish what's on the list in just a minute. So next would be Malia. Where is my girl Malia? Then I have Madison, and it looks like Ernest, Ernice. I have to, hold on one second, Ernest. Sorry, Ernest, I had to go and for some reason it made me accept yours. So I just accepted yours. So I've got Malia, Madison, and Ernest. Okay, Malia, you said I'm now being considered for 2 different jobs. Yep. 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 Nice. You know, what's funny is I feel like it could potentially be both. Obviously, it would have to be one or the other. Who is the King of Pentacles? Is that the CEO or the president, y'all? It's the president. I think it may be with the president. Just to let you know, Ernest is highly favored. Thank you, Ernest. Highly favored is what's up. Yeah, this is a good opportunity for you. There's a lot of mental energy attached to this. That was your thought as well. Okay. Well, I was confused. I was thinking maybe it was CEO. I mean, CEO, president. It's pretty... When we can start splitting those hairs up in Ray of Light Tarot, you know we're doing pretty good. But yeah, it's president for sure. So it took me a minute to understand what the message was with the King of Pentacles. But you've got the King of Swords matching your Queen of Swords here as the result of this. You've also got this child, this little Page of Swords here. So the Swords family. You have a very happy Swords family as the result of this. And you've also got the Four of Swords in your current energy. So a lot of good stuff happening here. Healing, a lot of mental clarity going on. The Swords family likes this. I do wonder... You know, don't take too much Listen, the one thing I have to say to you, Malia, is with it looking like this, though, the Queen of Swords came out, and then these other Mr. and Mrs. and baby swords, they all come out and following like ducks. But don't be that sets you out as the leader, and that's fine. It's great to be the leader. It's great to listen. I'm a leader myself. It's great to be a leader in a family, in a business, in a whatever place of work, worship, whatever, friendship circles. It also can be a burden, right? When we lead, we take on burdens. That can feel like pressure. So what I want to say is, don't take on so much burden that you're unable to enjoy the situation, your life, what you're experiencing, the benefits, the blessings. Don't let that become a burden, right? Being in that leadership role, you know what I mean? Like, just don't let it become a burden. Let it be what it is, but share the burden. Whoever the King of Swords is can handle the burden. So can the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a mini-me. That you may have an assistant. I know that could feel like family stuff, but you may also have someone coming in to assist you in the workplace. Or it could be the home, right? But whatever it is, share the burden, right? What do good managers do, guys? What do the best managers know how to do? Delegate. Delegate. Okay, next is Madison. Where is Madison? So delegate. Boo. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Madison. Where is Madison? We got to Madison quick in 43 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to be doing all of the tarot for all of the signs this weekend. I'm going to go get a new phone tomorrow, and so I'm going to get a new phone tomorrow, and so once I do that, I'll be able to do the readings that I need to do. My battery's not holding in charge very long. It's frustrating me. Like, I'll set out to do 3 or 4 readings and I can only do like 1. I don't like that. I'm talking about like a 30, 45 minute reading. So, where are you, Madison? I think Madison may have stepped out. So let's move on to highly favored. Highly favored, Ernest. Okay, stay. I was going to correct the mistake. Okay, stay. I was going to correct. What mistake? I don't know what you're talking about, but I saw your question, so you don't need to correct whatever mistake. You must be a Virgo. You sound more like a Virgo than a Scorpio talking about mistake. Worrying about your mistakes. A general love read. Okay, general love read it is. Madison, you're next if you are here. Yeah, major congrats, Malia. We like it a lot. Sometimes, here's a piece of guidance for all of you and to the person who is correcting their mistake. Sometimes the mistake is in trying to correct the mistake. Think about that. Sometimes the real mistake is in taking time to try to correct the mistake. Sometimes it's best to just let it be what it was. Even when you know it's not perfect or right, just let it be what it was. It's already been put out to the universe, let it go. A good thing to remember in life. So highly favored, you have this King of Swords energy around you. This is a male energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Maybe Libra. Could be some Libra energy around you. 10 of Pentacles behind this person. So very, very well could be a Libra. This is someone who really is down for a long-term relationship with you. They feel a lot of love for you, but there's other men in your midst as well. This is just one of 3 men in your midst. So I'm not saying like that you're out playing with all these guys, but you have a lot of men interested in you or in your on the horizon, in your energy, like in your orbit. Just know that. And you're doing the right thing. You're kind of, you're doing you. You've got the 9 of Pentacles here. So apparently you're like enjoying it and you're doing what you want. You're getting your, like, this is someone who goes and gets her hair done. She's like taking care of herself, doing for her. That's what this is about. Like going and doing for me and letting all these people figure out what they want. You've got a Knight of Cups. That can be watery energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. This is someone who really has some strong loving feelings for you and wants to offer you something. This can also be someone wanting to get married. You also, though, have the Knight of Fire or Wands. That's that Leo, Sag, Aries. That's that fiery energy of someone who may be really good in bed, right? Maybe really passionate, but they also may be not interested in a lot more than that. And it's not because they don't see the interest in you, because they all see you as someone that's very interesting. But this could be someone who's just not sure what they want out of anyone. All right. So you do have 3 energies around you. And I think it's great. You said your focus is on business. That's awesome. Look at, that makes sense too. I mean, look at the 9 of Pentacles. Look she's crowned by these 9 pentacles, and that can be like coins or money. So the focus here, what allows this person to sort of pamper herself, is the fact that she's knows how to get what she wants and go after it. And you're sort of being guided to keep doing that. But I would say, with the 10 of Pentacles being attached to this King of Swords, my money is on the King of Swords person, this male coming towards you, who is, this may be someone who you might not think of romantically right off the bat, because they may be a little nerdy. They may be a little bit like logical and nerdy and talk very businesslike and not very romantically. But this is someone who can offer you something beautiful and be very much a provider in the relationship, and very loyal. I do feel like this is a very loyal energy with the 10 of Pentacles behind it. And I feel like it's an energy that's got staying power. This could be a long-term energy. So look out for that person more than these others. There's definitely some player energy around you. There is someone with strong passion for you, but this King of Swords is actually the most mature energy around you as well. I can't tell if he's new or not. I mean, he's young. So that could represent that this is a new person. I think this is someone you would, if it's not someone you already know, it's someone you will see coming. Like, he's not going to just show up one night at a bar. This is someone you're going to see coming in. They could be in the workplace. They could be someone from your past that you never thought of in that way. There's someone you meet at like a reunion or something. This is someone that you will sort of see coming towards you before they get to you, right? But it's definitely, because they've got the 10 of Pentacles attached to them for you, I have a feeling it's probably someone you already know to some extent. You just may not think of them yet in a romantic way. Or they may not have thought of you yet in a romantic way, but it will be. There's a real potential for success there. That's the Kabbalah tree of life. You can see the formation that the 10 of Pentacles is making here. That's the Kabbalah tree of life, and that says long-term here. We're talking long-term, serious provider stuff. So that's really good. I like it for you a lot. Is Madison back? Thank you. Thank you, highly favored. Thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate it. Where's Madison? Did you leave me, Madison? Blah, blah. Can I be on? Yeah, the list is open. If anyone wants to get added, guys, like I said, just send the payment. Tonight is $23.23 is the payment for readings. And you can send it over to Cash App. It's $RayofLightTarot. I've got one more person, and then I'm wrapping it up unless anybody wants to get on the list. It's open. Ah, there you are, Greta. What's your question? Go ahead and throw your question up, Greta. And then Madison, we're waiting on you too. If you get in here, Madison. We've got Greta and Madison. So go ahead, Greta. And yeah, that's all I have right now. So if anyone else wants to get on, the list is open. Will Greta get the job she wants? Hello, love, peace. Hello, love, peace. Will Greta get the job she wants? So I have to say, Greta, you've got some real challenges coming up. I don't think you're at a place where you're about to get this. It looks like whatever you're going through now, I'm not seeing this as a new opportunity, but having to close something out. Now, you do have the Justice card here down the road. So it's like when we start eating healthy, it's like putting money in a savings account for our own future. You're kind of doing that right now. The things you're going through are building up credit for your future. So you do have good things coming in for you. But right now you've got in your current energy the Death card. Now, what comes along with a death? With an ending is a new beginning and an opportunity for rebirth. But this, just feeling it doesn't feel like, it feels like you will have new things coming in, new opportunities, new jobs, but this doesn't feel like getting the job you want. This feels like having to make some tough choices and do some things that don't feel good, because you've also got the Five of Pentacles in your near future energy, and that's having to deal with tough circumstances. That can be feeling kind of left out in the cold or like you've been let down. Whatever happens, don't just try to remember this. Your spirit guides, your God, yourself, your higher self, you're not being let down when things don't work out the way you want them to or you think they're supposed to. I always used to feel that way, like, God, I'm being let down. No, you're really not. And we can't see from in the middle of it, we can't see why things are happening the way they are, but a lot of times you're being protected from something that isn't good for you. Like if you got what you thought you wanted, then it would have led to this, which would have led to that, which would have led to tragedy or something. We just never know what we're being protected from. You've got the Nine of Wands here. So it feels like this is going through something that doesn't feel very good, but it is good. Because keep in mind, this is looming. That Justice card is looming. So you're being reminded that you're actually being given good things that are good karmic outcomes. But you have to be the one to see the silver lining here. You're definitely getting guidance about sort of seeing the silver lining in these endings, in these things, because there's a lot of, look at this card, solitary, and then the next one, Three of Swords. That's a little bit of heartbreak, solitary. So you've got a lot of solitary energy here, like you're grieving something, like there's a lot of loss here. So that doesn't feel like it's getting a job you want. I mean, that just doesn't feel that. But then you do have Justice coming in. So I feel that something good is going to come from all of this. I don't know if it's about a job though. It feels bigger than that. It feels almost like a deep soul healing that comes from this, that allows you, I think I really get the sense that in 6 months, you're going to go, oh, I didn't get the job I wanted, but here I am 6 months later, and I wouldn't even want that job because I've changed so much and everything I want is different now. So for you, it feels like a lot of change with this card. You're not going to be sitting still. You're going to be moving forward. And I feel like it's tough because it's a tough road you're on, but it's going to be worth it. Keep focused on that Justice card. Keep that in your sights. Okay. That it's like Fortuna, the Roman god Fortuna, right? The god of fortune, goddess. is it's looking in your favor, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. That's what I've got for you. Thank you, Greta. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you get what you want. Aw. Is Madison. Madison, where you at, Madison? You're welcome. Lynette, I got a payment for Lynette. Is Lynette here? I just got a payment from Lynette. What's your question, Lynette? Lynette. Lynette. Throw your hands up at me. Uh-oh, my battery's getting low, you guys. I'm going to have to close the list right here. Bam. Lynette, we're going to wrap it up with you, babe. And I will just... Madison, if you come in, Madison, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow night. You're going to be top of the list. You and Joan are going to be top of the list tomorrow night, Madison. So, sorry you had to leave. A September message for Lynette. Tarot of the Divine said, there's that smile. It comes out once in a while. Rebecca, there's Rebecca. Rebecca, all natural. What's up? All natural, Rebecca Lynette. September reading for Lynette. Some solitary energy is leading you to a lot of happiness, so don't deny yourself that solitude. It's leading you to something beautiful. You've got the four of Wands coming in the end of September, even though right now you're dealing with some 5 of Wands, some 10 of Swords. It's leading you to some Ace of Wands and some 4 of Wands. Good stuff on the way. I feel like you're not actually in the 10 of Swords, Lynette, for some reason. Even though you're not actually literally in the 10 of Swords, for some reason you're experiencing like a review. You know what I mean? Like for some reason your mind is making you review the 10 of Swords feeling that you experience with someone or with a situation. So even though you're not actually in the 10 of Swords, you know how like, and I've been there the last year, it hurt my feelings so bad having to go into separation with my twin soul this past time. Like, but I mean, it needed. I see where I needed to go through that, but it really hurt my feelings, and it was hard when it happened, and then after it happened. Like later on, I would get sad, and you miss your best friend, right? And for you, that's what this feels like when I tapped into this 10 of Swords. It's like you're not actually going through it right now, but you're reliving it. You're reviewing the loss, and it sucks. It's so painful, and I'm so sorry you're going through that. Don't be hard on yourself. That's the best thing I've taken from it, and I can give to you. We can be so hard on ourselves and beat ourselves up over things that, you know what? You're good enough. You're good enough. You're worthwhile. This is changing. Something's shifting here, and a lot of times when Spirit has to get us alone to remind us who we are and remind us that we're not alone. There's something beautiful coming in. The Ace of Wands is a gift from the divine, and it's a re-inspiring to push you back on your path. And then you have the 4 of Wands, and for all I know, the 4 of Wands could be whatever this 10 of Swords was, whatever that situation was, could be coming back into union with you too, whoever that person is. It doesn't always end the way it seems. The ending is not the ending. The ending is just a comma, right? It's not a period. So there's always more to come as long as there's, breath in your lungs, especially with a connection where there's so much love. There's always potential for things to get better. Now, the 4 of Wands does feel more, though, I have to say, in this deck, you can see there's no people there. There's just those 2 doves flying above. So pretty obviously, the 4 of Wands feels more like a spiritual card, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. So you're literally that's why I was saying, okay, I get why I was feeling you're reliving it. So you're literally reliving what happened in last September. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that's why this is a reliving card. Okay. But here's the thing. Out of all of this pain, you're being blessed with a spiritual renewal and then coming together. And that's why this feels more spiritual. There's no people there, but it's more spiritual because it is. This connection is beautiful and it's strong. And it's you have such love and support on the other side. Don't forget that. You need to remind yourself of that at all times. This may be a little bit of a tough month for you, but keep in mind when it gets tough, look what it's leading you to. Inspiration, new beginnings, and That's a gateway. That Four of Wands is a gateway or a doorway to lead you to some kind of spiritual truth and spiritual coming home that we all need at times. And it's your turn to go through that, right? Nobody has the corner or the market on pain. We all get our share when it's time, right? And we just have to learn from it, grow from it, and make the best of it, right? You will. You will be okay. Good luck, Lynette. I'm sorry for what you're going through. All right, is Madison here? I don't think Madison's here tonight. Madison, again, you and Joan, tomorrow night we will get you taken care of, all right? Everybody, I love you. I think the AC man's here, so perfect timing. You guys have a great night. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night.